Hey everyone, Miacidae here, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Today the plan is to go and fight the Primal Broodmother. She has a wonderful trophy that I would love to get, the Broodmother's Fang, plus 50% Bleed and Blight duration applied and plus 25% Bleed and Blight skill chance. There's some shenanigans that I can pull with this that I would love to do in conjunction with some other trinkets I can get, and well, you know, cross-mod balance, it is broken. So, we're gonna go get this. We trigger the Broodmother's demise by getting this, which is another one of the events, kind of like the Doppelganger's collapse that we just got, and we have a fun team for today. So, kill the Primal Broodmother. The Broodmother is an arachnid queen leading the spider swarm in these lands. Her nest must be exterminated. I have a play on a team that we tried a little while back. I really wanted the DD2 Duelist for this. I probably would have replaced the Gunwitch with that, but hey, the DD2 Duelist is unfortunately dead. So, we're going to be using Baldwin the Leper as our main damage dealer today. And if you know the shenanigans I pulled off a little while ago and have been pulling off, we're going to be splatting the spider really hard today. Chop is our main way of splatting the spider, Hew as our main thing of getting rid of most of the spiders, Revenge to up our damage, accuracy, crit, dodge, minusing our damage received, and Intimidate. This bypasses stealth, de-stealths for on the way here, and marks Baldwin. We have the Warlord's Mempo, which ups his max HP, ups his stress taken, and on attack hit for the next 3 battles, or more likely 2 and the battle he is in, will up his speed by 1 and his crit chance by 2. This could get very silly numbers and pairs very, very well with the Golden Boomstick, which ups his crit by 10, ups his damage by 30% if he's in rank 1, and on a melee hit, which is all he can do, ups his damage by 4 for whatever targets he is hitting. If he's hitting multiple targets with Hew, he hits for 4 extra damage on both targets. And most importantly here, if he crits, he gets a second initiative, or an additional initiative, which goes on cooldown for like 2 actions, but I found that if you get enough extra initiative, that debuff actually wears off, which is where this is going. Now, unfortunately, I don't think I have enough extra initiative to pull this off to the excessive extent I did in the Prophet fight, but we might be able to do it like once, maybe twice. Because how this goes is if we have enough crit from Mempo, which we can actually get in this fight, we crit on the first hit of Boomstick, we get an additional action, it goes on cooldown for 2. We then get extra initiatives from Offering. We can get up to 3 from this. We pop Revenge, that's 1. We do a non-lethal attack, that's 2. It should go off cooldown. We crit, that's 3. We can do a lethal attack, that's 1. We can crit again, that's another 1. And well, from there it just fizzles out. But hey, we can get up to like 6 actions with just this. Then we're going into Gry, the Ironclad. He's kinda mean here. So not only will we be using the Offering, which can give up to 3 extra actions to Baldwin if we plan this right. Hemokinesis does up to has a few actions that will do a lot of extra damage at the cost of his health, but hey, he has 75 health right now, and we have minus damage received on him, and he can get blocks to just outright. Actually, you know what? Because of the fight this is, I don't think that's the way to go. I was going to use a Collector's Mantle on him so he couldn't be marked, and therefore they were wasting their marks against him, but marking him might be the way to go. And then therefore he also had damage reflection, and he had minus damage received. However, if I do put the Earthen Band on him, which is one of the element trinkets, I think it's the Earthen Band, I can either up his protection, and he goes to 45 here, and he can get additional blocks. Or I can put this one on and he doesn't get any extra protection, but he'll on-hit stun whoever hits him. And he'll be much, much slower than Baldwin. But I think we want that on-hit stun effect, just so that if he is hit, we stun everything. Otherwise, we do have Uppercut to mark for Sophia the Gunwitch, we do have Flame Barrier as a riposte, we have Blood Wall as a guard. This also gives him extra damage reflection, this gives him stun resistance, an extra stun chance for that on-hit stun. We also have Zenith, so on attack hit, he damages the entire enemy party by 1, on crit he damages the entire enemy party by 2. On monster kill, he damages the entire enemy party by 3. On attack hit, the entire enemy party takes 5% more damage. On crit, he can't crit for a little while, but that doesn't actually apply to riposts. Next up, we have Remus, the Guru, the next cog in this machine. He's going to be powering up the Leper by using a Ascended Overcome. This ups his accuracy by 20, his crit by 9, his damage by 45%, and gives him 75% more crits, so he will just have like 100% crit. Otherwise, Remus can heal with an Invigorate. It's a flat heal for 7, cures any debuffs. If I do use Purity or Ascension, the heal doubles, and it can clear dots. Invigorate is also very good for this because if I'm bled or bladed, the flat healing goes up by 1 per dot, and it stacks. We also have Enlighten to help with stress, so unfortunately we don't have an attack here. It clears stress by 10. If I power it up, it doubles the healing done and also clears Hort. Overpower is actually just how I power these skills up. He has Mother's Mask to up her speed and dodge. He has Ancestor Scroll to up his healing and stress healing done. Finally, Sophia the Gunwitch. You might think that she's a very odd pick for this, but we have Right of the Third Eye. This makes it so the Leper can't miss, because 105 extra accuracy also allows him to bypass guard and stealth, and on a non-lethal attack will do 6 extra damage. It also buffs Cauldron Motor, which we'll be using today somewhat. Volatile Mixture is just an attack that is a quad AoE hit, that's the only reason I want it, but it also debuffs all enemies by -7 speed. We'll get into why I want a quad AoE hit in just a second. Broomstick is just a hit enemies, but if I crit, I do 6 damage to all enemies. If I hit something that is marked. From Gry the Ironclad, I do 6 damage to all enemies. Those stack. I also have Cauldron Motor if I decide to use it. Minuses debuff resistance on all enemies, which is really nice. The bad thing about this is I have to use either Volatile Mixture or Right of the Third Eye first because it has no accuracy and those will buff its accuracy. Finally, her trinkets. Why Volatile Mixture is important. We have Pandora's Box on her, so she can't be guarded. She has 20% protection. On attack hit, she debuffs enemies to have plus 50% damage received, and that basically can't be resisted. However, on attack hit, which stacks with the quad AoE of Volatile Mixture, by the way, so instead of 100%, this will be 400%, but per enemy hit, she takes 100% damage received more for like 2 rounds. So she'll be very, very easy to take out. But on being hit, she has a chance to get a block as well to help mitigate that. Then we also have the Mongoose Jewel. This ups all party healing receives, ups her debuff skill chance by 33%, which she has a few debuffs, and ups duration of all skill effects by 66%. That includes the debuff resistance, that includes the minus speed from Volatile Mixture. Let's have some fun, let's splat some spiders, because we're going to be seeing some big numbers. Taking all the food. We're going to want anti-venom, we're going to want bandages, we're going to want shovels, probably medicinal herbs here. Definitely want extra torches, holy water, laudanum, and just for funsies, Remnant Vigor. I don't really need the Remnant Lethality, but because of how this fight can be, we might want the Remnant Endurance, because they can hit very hard. We probably want the subsidiary food for the extra health, and hey, Warpstone never hurt. That gives us extra damage, that gives us extra speed. Other than that, I don't really think we need anything, because we have some very fast heroes. I don't need the extra accuracy. Yeah, we're good. The Broodmother likes to apply many different afflictions. Make sure you bring enough supplies. Alright, so instead of forgetting again, let's use the remnants. So max HP, max damage up. 15% max HP is actually pretty significant, and we actually need to heal that this time around. So that'll be a thing to do with Remus. Grab some extra food here.
Glittering gold.
And we have a hallway fight right away.
Paid for in
Oh, hell. So that preserved growth is going to be a problem. Thankfully, I can kind of hew past it. Oh, that's going to bug the hell out of me. But we're going to overpower. overpower. And then overcome for the damage. That way I have 2 rounds of absurd damage. Right of the third eye for the accuracy.
A time to perform beyond.
Minusing their healing received. Buffing ours, I think. And then we're going to just hew away. We crit, we go again. I need to get that lethal growth down. So hewing again. Now they're not nearly as scary.
Maintain the offensive.
Grand Guard. So now it's just guarding the Flawless Witch. We're gonna Demon Form, so I can get to that growth.
Impressive.
Do some damage to him. We crit, so we did extra damage. Bolster. So that should be the accuracy to crit. We crit, we get rid of the corpses. Get buffed for extra speed crit. Let's start healing up. Plus damage received on everyone, getting rid of that corpse.
The blood quickens.
That could be some stress. 30 stress on a single hit. Hemokinesis go.
Press
We
disadvantage.
killed one, so we do more damage as well on top of that initial hit. Hew. That wasn't so bad that time around.
Foolish horrors.
We don't really need the portrait.
And driven into the mud.
Alright, battle 2. Who doesn't love some maggots? Plus protection, crit, accuracy, dodge, plus crit, and plus debuff resistance. I can't even take this one out unless I crit in the first row. Hew.
Destroyed.
We crit, we go again. Hew.
Obliterated.
A second one down. Get rid of that stress, Remus. Can't, cauldron motor that one, can we? The buff hasn't worn off. We can. Hit the one in row 2.
Decimated.
Blighted for 3. And, hemokinesis before it summons 4 more. You know, I'm gonna take the necrotic reprieve, just in case we get a disease.
Slow and insidious killer.
And then, before I go utterly insane, that way overpowers on 4. Yes, it bugged me that much. Actually, you know what I'm going to do here is we'll get rid of the deeds for a second reprieve. Just in case we get a disease. Oh, not more of these things. Thankfully, Baldwin should be going first. We can hew, though the buff hasn't worn off yet. So we're not going to get a second action. They're going to Grand Guard. They are quick.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
I'm not going to overcome turn 1 because I can't do the thing I want to do with the Ironclad turn 1. Oh, they didn't crit us. And they stunned themselves, but we can Demon Form. Our Gunwitch did what they needed to do. Hemokinesis. That may bleed. At least we got the blocks going. Hew can crit now. Got 1.
Onslaught. Destroy them all.
Right, we bypass guard. Ha ha ha. Like, why did we bypass guard? Because right of the third eye. Let's heal up. They're not a problem anymore. We can take our time here. Hemokinesis going at rank 3 there. And I 100% think we can take our time. I'll heal here still just to hit the corpse and get the extra buff. But yeah, we gonna heal here. I should have overpower healed, but hey. A volatile mixture here. Lower that speed. And they're just gonna guard themselves, aren't they? Can I just guard Remus then? Choppy chop.
As the fiend
We crit, we go again.
a faint hope blossoms.
Intimidate doesn't do as much. I kind of want to take this time to heal. Overpower. Overpower. Invigorate, and let's go on the Ironclad. And then we can take him out. Oh, it has a stress attack. Okay, so maybe not as much do what I did there, but blood potion to heal. Get the food, can heal up with that. We have almost 4 stacks of it, so I mean, I don't feel bad about using this. Empty room. I think that's the easiest time I've had with the darkest dungeon enemies in master level, and that's multiple times I fought them now.
Traps lie in wait, unsprung and thirsting for blood.
Torch up. So this party's doing alright. We go down, is there anything? I have a silver coin. Feel bad about not using a golden coin on this, but
laden with loot are often low on supplies.
I'm having trouble with my trinkets, and I think it's because I have so many, so I don't want to bring duplicates home, and I have all of those. Because trinkets are disappearing.
Nature herself, a
Torch.
victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
Once again, I have a strength, so I'm not going to bring that home. Torch. Didn't scout, so I'm going to head to the right. No use scouting for an umbral chest if I don't have an umbral key.
A fortune.
I can't even keep the bandage. Okay, dig through that, torch up again. But yeah, I think it says something about the party and sets a precedence for them. If they can stand up to master level fights like that. Also, I wonder now that if I fought the Viscera, that this could turn into one. Not that I particularly want to try that. Yeah, let's get rid of the Gargantuan Ecto. We crit, we go again. I'm going to chop again. Right to the third eye for the accuracy, just in case, debuffing them. Overpower. I'm not going to buff our damage. Instead, I'm actually going to get rid of some stress because the boss can stress us out. Demon form. Hemokinesis. And they split. Did I get rid of their actions then? Because that would be nice. Yeah, I did. Okay. And you missed with the smackdown. And we're going to heal these guys. Well, Zappy Zap got one. And we're going to mixture... No, actually. Let's Cauldron Motor. Rank 2. Just to get him down. Maybe Blight. We're doing good on health, so let's Clarity. Is it Clarity or is it Enlighten? It's Enlighten. I get mixed up with the skill names sometimes. We crit, so we should heal some of the damage we did. There's the throwdown, but he missed all of it. I need to break the corpses. We crit, we go again. Chop for 50. And then zap for another. And enlighten, just get rid of some more stress. Are we in Fiend Stage 2? I think we are. Speed's not great, so I don't think we can hit with that. Let's broomstick him. We crit, so extra damage. And extra damage just because we hit him with Pandora's Box. Oh, we're on 3. We don't have a block is the thing. So I don't really want to use the offering, but it might be funny to save the offering.
Prodigious size alone.
So let's just chop him.
The sharpened blade.
Use that food. Take the sapphire. Pop that holy water, so I take that, and I think we're fine. I shouldn't have used that.
If only treasure could staunch
Didn't need the heirlooms.
Otherworldly corruption.
Off we go. Hey guys, how you doing? Torch, how's our buff doing? So we have 18 speed and 36 crit for 2 battles. Chop.
Dazed.
Well,
Reeling.
get stunned.
Break.
For the absolute... Oh no, I should get rid of some stress here. I was gonna say let's overcome, but just making sure we're alright for the boss. And I used the wrong skill. Right of the third eye. Should have gotten rid of the stress.
Festering fear.
I think that's only a 4 for
The
3.
mind.
Everyone's stunned. Offering. 20 speed, 40 crit. Lethal action. We crit, we go again. Get second action. This actually won't take anyone out, so non-lethal action. Revenge. Get another action. Heal. We crit, we go again. Too bad we don't get a second action for critting again. Heal.
Success. So,
Oh, that makes me feel good.
or is it merely a trick of the light?
Hunger check is fine. I'll just eat the stress. I was gonna camp here, but seeing as how there's nothing in the way, might as well just keep going. Use the food. Use the torch. Grab the... No, actually, do not grab the expired ink. I have, like, 2. I need to sell 1. Okay. Camp. Feast for health and stress.
Close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
Prevent nighttime ambush. Grab protection, because I think that's going to be better than the crit versus stun, which I'm not going to be using. Plus accuracy, plus crit, minus stress, because we want the crit on him. I think that's one of the best things I'm going to be able to do right now. Can up damage on him, but on the Ironclad, that is. You know, if I quarantine him, there's a great chance that lowering some stress, and then I can just eat some food. Everyone is topped up. I have 4 more. The Ironclad is going to be the only other one really doing damage. So I'm stuck between doing Inflame, which, yes, we will be doing Uppercut and Riposte at times, but also Berserk for the plus damage received. Considering we have Protection and minus damage received, I think it's worth it. And we don't need to let the mask down. Okay.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
A mintage mechanism. Got a silver. We're going to up his crit rate by 3%, I believe it was. Yeah, for the quest. I'm not going to even bother with the luggage. We're going to torch. We're going to up everyone with holy water. We're going to warpstone everyone for the 1 speed, 15% crit. And, I know I can pop the subsidiary food right now and give everyone like 12% extra health and heal them, but that's the thing, the subsidiary food can heal us. So I think it's better to maybe save it for when we're in a bad position. It can be used mid-battle. Got a big spider. She does give the horror.
The birthplace of
right as third I go. So this is a 2-round cooldown. And I can only use Overpower. Actually, let's do this. Let's Overpower. Let's not go into Ascension, but let's just Overcome right now and get the damage boost and stun. I am not going to use Revenge quite yet. And we're just going to heal. We crit, we go again, 1 egg down. I think it hatches. Second egg down, yeah, both hatch. And it's guarded by the spiders now instead of the eggs. Heal again. 1 spider down, 1 spider going to be zapped. Oh, because we got a lethal action, it didn't zap. Demon form, hemokinesis, it's down. Plus damage received? No, it has too high of a debuff resistance. Unfortunate. There goes part of the plan.
How quickly the tide turns.
But we do have Pandora's box. The unfortunate thing here, oh man, that stress is adding up, is all of them can hit rank 4. So we might be better off. Actually, Voidal Mixture. No, let's save that for a big guy here. So it looks like we have. Trying to look for the accuracy of the crit there, but I wasn't seeing it. It wore off between the battles, but it's gonna like pop off during this fight, so I'm not too concerned about it. Let's just get rid of this guy. So we were in the 40s or something. Alright, Hugh again. We took both of them out. We can get to the Primal Broodmother. Hemokinesis again. And we gonna chop. We crit, we go again. And we gonna chop. And next phase. Unfortunately, we didn't splat the spider quite yet. Survival instincts. It goes into an egg or a cocoon. And let the waves start.
The abyss returns even the boldest.
Splat the spiders. Yeah, we don't want that. So, can I take you out? And then let's get rid of some stress here. Yeah, I thought that one was coming. And then I can do the offering. I'm actually going to get rid of the stress on you two. 22 damage. Every turn we don't take it out, or them, invigorates, healing them, and buffing itself. Petals must fall. Get that lovely buff. Lethal action, we go again. Lethal action, so we... I mean, don't go again, but hey. Unfortunate, because I don't want to use these actions up right now, but I suppose this would be the time to use the revenge and get this one, and we can just keep buffing our crit. No, because now we can crit, so let's just pass. And now is the time to overpower, get the horror off, buff his damage. You can't do much, so just volatile mixture, lower the speed. Its speed is 100 something. Flame barrier for riposte. They actually do get actions when they get summoned. Interesting. Lethal action, but it is a crit, so we go again. Re-upping Warpstone. Chop. It's down. A nice heal. De-stress yourself. Actually should have used the Gilded Talisman there, but that's fine. And up its damage received. Let's Demon Form. Get rid of our stress. Holy Water. Let's guard Remus for now, as a just in case. I think there's 2 more waves. Splat the spiders. Non-lethal action, we go again. We can crit at a 90% rate. Splat the spiders. Q probably doesn't do the job, so chop. Redonum here. I'm going to Jade Talisman so I can de-stress more and get rid of that horror. It does stun Remus, but that's fine. And more minus damage or plus damage received. And the offering, because I don't have a friendly action on the leper anymore. So after friendly or after non-lethal and lethal action. Lethal. We go again. I believe we can crit now. 100%. We crit, we go again. Not that we need it. I'm gonna save the non-lethal attack here. Volatile mixture. Not that it matters. And I wasn't able to get to the Ludonum in time.
The walls close in. The shadows whisper of conspiracy.
And we gonna guard Remus again. So I can't damage the Primal Egg. Man, there's a lot of waves, and each time he does that, it's horror plus stress. That is just so much. Oh, wow. I kind of wish the, so we have a... I kind of wish the warp zone would wear off here. Because... Okay, we can kind of see it here. Our crit rate is so high that even though we have minus 100%, we can still... Because of the Warlord's Mempo right now, and other mitigating factors, we can still crit. That is utterly insane. I have not seen that happen. Hey, Exaelus, can I offer a balancing thing here? Because I'm not sure if this is viable, if this is possible. Can the golden boomstick actually have its crit debuff nerfed farther? Like, can that be a thing? Because with the Warlord's Mempo here, I'm not even... The Warlord's Mempo buffs wore off when I camped. So this is just the buffs from within this fight. I can't see properly right now because of the overlapping things. I'm really trying here. I think it's at 71%. And then we have 23 speed. In addition to, like, all the other crit modifiers he has. So there's ways to get the crit rate up before I've used the Potion of Nihilism or other potions within your kit set. Can we nerf it to like 200% or like 500% because that's a number within Pandora's box? Because holy hell, I can crit again. It's not a high chance, but it's going up every time. Okay, Baldwin, selfish.
Self-preservation is paramount, at any cost.
I no longer have the extra things from Ironclad, but we can crit. Meaning we will go again, because we have the 100% crit rate. Chopping the Brood Spitter. It's down. Remiss. This is so much stress.
The mind cannot hope.
Like, I even brought the Laudanum here. I'm just trying to mitigate at this point. I think because we want to control the leper, we lower that. And up damage received on the egg, because I think it's going to hatch soon. Then, let's demon form and do the offering. There we go. It emerged. 120 health. Oh, and he passed. I would have had the fight right there. But they're all guarded by the Primal Broodmother. So once Baldwin goes, I'm good.
The abyss is made manifest.
Buffing Baldwin. Arachnid Endowment. So that's a good buff. 10% damage on them. Cauldron Motor. Oh, it does have a riposte, but minus debuff resistance. Oh, it stuns us. That might not be good. But hey, they get stunned. Yeah, attack Gry, get stunned, please. And Gry's stunned, so he can't really do much, and we'll need to heal him. No, no, no! At least we crit and go again. I thought they were guarded by the Primal Broodmother. So we're going to use a Potion of Nihilism for more damage. We're going to use the Warp Stone. But there goes my chance to add a second extra action. Which was my hope of, like, just obliterating her. Why were they not guarded by her? That's interesting. crit for 99, even though we just crit. So minus 200% crit, so it does stack, although we did get stunned, and then there she goes down. Okay. Stun wore off, and then splat the other spider.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
All things considered, that went way better than I could have imagined. Especially, like, health-wise. But holy hell, that stress was about to become a thing. Defender Seal we don't need. Evasion Seal we don't need. Blueprint we don't need. Cultist Potion is, that actually would have been really, really good if we would have used it prior to going into the fight. Or, like, at round 1. 250 gold. Quest complete. Broodmother splat. Revenge has been had for other heroes. We got the Primal. We got the Broodmother's Fang, which will be nice for other quests. I do have the Old Scotch, so I need to get rid of that. Roughly 23,000 gold. Standard Bearer on Sophia is actually really good. Encourages other companions when in combat or an emergency, replacing Courtier Tactician. I want to lock that in. She got Leprosy. I need to get rid of that. Chronic Fatigue on Remus. I need to get rid of that. Arrogant. So it can't be guarded on Gry. That's not the worst thing. And Anemic on Baldwin. I'll get rid of that. They also all need stress relief.
Our family name, once so well regarded, is now barely whispered aloud by decent folk.
Oh, the Broodmother's demise. The Broodmother has been slain and her nest destroyed, which I love the look of burning eggs there. Exult in your success. Level restrictions removed for the next quest. This would be a really fun one if I like had a Primal available somewhere that I could go in, but realistically that's gonna go to waste now because the only things I have left are master levels. The only thing I can think of using it for right now are we recently got McBain back, and I haven't even gotten Spotted Fever off of her, but I could quick run a long level 3 with McBain, get her to level 5, but then I wouldn't feel safe running her in a level 6. Not with the stuff that's going on. So I still think that would go to waste. So I'm going to lock in Standard Bearer here. Gonna get rid of Chronic Fatigue. I know Arrogant is really, really bad. I'm just trying to think of like, I think it's best to remove it. Even though he's a guard hero, having a hero that can't be guarded is really bad just in case I need to guard him so he can survive. And then we'll also get rid of Anemic here. And then all of those heroes are still out until I can stress heal them as well. So that'll be a thing. And then Sophia's out even longer because I still need to remove Leprosy before I stress relief her. So, okay. Nothing in the Nomad Wagon. And then the Wield now has the Immortal Serpent King, which has the Serpent King's Pride Ring. Interesting. Plus 50% Blight and Disease Resistance. Plus 25% Blight and Stun skill chance. It also gives me the Spectral Gauntlet for the Seer, which is minus 30% damage received, plus 25% bleed and blight resistance, minus 50% healing done. Part of the Vengeful Spirit set, so Touch of Death does more damage, Hypnosis does more damage, and she's more of a debuffer. Gotcha. Then we trigger the Serpent King's Failure. So that being said, there's only 8 more bosses, and then the Night Parade, which is 9-10 before the DD4. Wow. That is something. That is something indeed. I'm not sure what boss I want to do next, because nothing really looks like tantalizing for the trinkets other than actual trophies here, which there are a few trophies I want. There's a few trophies I really want. And I know I'm saving the Night Parade and the Grieving Neurorion for almost last because they are a level in of their own. And I'm expecting things to be absolutely horrible there. So I think it needs to be the Source of Decay to fight the Lord of Flies, the Immortal Serpent King to fight him, the Death Master with the inactive warp portal, or the Hell Pit Abomination. Because as much as I want to fight the Destroyer from the stars, my brain just cannot process a team for that right now. Maybe I find that, but I know how horrible that's gonna be. And maybe I just pull a certain team out and get it done, but I really didn't want to do that. And even that team might have issues. So I don't know. Because I see those 75 comet shards, I see the thing's remains, and I know the fight that's after that is really fun. I just really did not enjoy the Destroyer from the stars because of a certain mechanic he did. So, I don't know. I'll figure something out though, but I'm most likely doing the Lord of the Flies, the Serpent King, the Death Master, or the Hell Pit Abomination. I think I'm gonna save the Crazed Fanatic since he's gonna be such a short fight for when I also do like a redo of the Fiend Festival to show it off like one last time. Because remember, Ducky had like told me hey, there shouldn't be any more modded updates for it for a while. This is where it's gonna be until there's probably a new boss. So I should be safe to go in there and show that off and show where it's at. So that'll be fun. But there still only is one boss for the Fiend Festival. But yeah, I'm just looking at where we're at, and I'm going, each of these fights is difficult in their own way and might tear us apart in a different way. So I need to plan things almost perfectly, and even if I do, the Arduous Edition buffs might get us. So I suppose that'll be it for this time. I don't know what we're doing next time, but we'll figure it out. So like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz. And otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time. And please, have a good one.